What's up YouTube, and welcome back to my channel and a new video. Today we are talking once again about common mistakes in the gym, and today's subject is hamstrings. So what I want you to do before we begin is to press on the notification bell so you never miss a workout or a video with me. Okay? Good. Let's start. So today I am showing you 6 hamstring exercises, how you can do them wrong and how we are gonna correct them and do them right for those hamstring gains, you know. Walking you through all of the exercises today, and everything about the exercises will be in the description below if you are wondering about what the names are and stuff like that. We are jumping right into the workout, and the first exercise is a common one. Like, this is a basic one, but it's actually one of the best ones. What exercise am I talking about? And this is the lying leg curl in the machine. So when the lying leg curl is performed wrong, it can look like this. So as you can see, I am swinging the weights up and down. We don't want to have those kind of reps. We want every single rep to count. Also, one really common mistake is to have a space in between the bench and yourself, like your core and your lower part of your belly. We don't want to have that space. So to make the exercise right, we want to first place ourselves on the bench. We want to have the knees just outside of the bench and everything else should be against the bench. So I'm lying with my quads and my lower belly against the bench. Then we want to point up our heels up to the ceiling and then curl the weights up and down. Also controlled reps. We want to have full stretch when going down in the bottom of the exercise and then curl up the weights again. Exercise number 2 is the dumbbell stiff leg deadlift. So for this exercise, I know that I've told you this before, but we're going to talk about it one more time. We are talking about the knees, guys. The knees should not be locked out. As you can see, I'm doing the exercise wrong. And when I did this actually hurt me so bad, so I couldn't even do 10 reps of it, and I couldn't feel it in my hamstrings. I felt it in my knees. So as you can see, I am locking out my knees just straight all the way. You can see how it actually hurts me. So I know that you know the answer of how to make this exercise right. Right? You got it. So we don't want to lock out the knees. As you can see, I have my knees slight bended. I am standing a little bit wider than shoulder wide. And then I'm just leaning over, easy. Follow with your head, spine straight, and just fell over in the exercise and then just up again. And you will feel the stretch so much more in your hamstrings when doing the exercise like this instead. Exercise number 3 is actually an exercise that I have been seeing more and more on Instagram and like social medias overall lately, and I thought that it is a good exercise to show how to make it right versus wrong, because it can be really easy to do this wrong actually. It looks easy, but it can be a little tricky. So when performing this exercise wrong, I am placing myself on the bench, as you can see now, and I'm lying on my hip area a little bit more. I have slid down a little bit too much on the bench and I am resting my whole body weight on my hips. Of course, you can feel this exercise in your hamstrings, but I can almost assure you that you will feel this exercise more in like your lower part of your belly and almost like in the area, you know, it hurts. Like, it hurts to lay on the bench like this, and like you can't load up any heavy weights when doing this exercise like this. So what we want to do instead is to isolate those hamstrings. I am gonna place myself on the bench, and instead of lying on my hips, I'm gonna slide up instead. And I have, as we talked about in the first exercise and in the leg curl machine, we want to have the same position. So we want to have the knees just outside of the bench instead, and fully quads on the bench. This is gonna help you isolate your hamstrings more. So now I can do the exercise correct and I will feel it in my hamstrings, and I can raise the weights if I want to. Exercise number 4 is the single leg stiff deadlift, and we're using dumbbells. Once again, when this exercise is performed wrong, we are talking about the knees one more time. And as you can see, I am having my legs totally straight. And it's really hard to do the exercise like this. And you're not gonna isolate your hamstrings, you're just gonna make your knees work. And we don't wanna hurt the knees. If you have a knee injury, that's like the most awful thing ever. So to make the exercise right, we are gonna slightly bend those knees a little bit, and then we are doing the stiff deadlift, and we're doing it correct. As you can see, I am having my knee a little bit bent over, and you can see how much my hamstrings are working. Also, one thing to add, it's different from person to person if you like to have the dumbbell in the same leg as you are doing the exercise with. Some people like to have it in this hand and work with this leg. I like to have it the same one. That's my foot. I like to have it in the same one. I think that my balance is better if I do it like that. With my other hand, I can hold it on a bench, so my balance is 100%, and I can just focus on doing the exercise for the hamstrings and like the contact for the hamstrings. Just something to think about. Exercise number 5 is a bomb exercise for both hamstrings and glutes. So the exercise that I'm talking about is the cable pull through. When performing this exercise wrong, it can look like this. Instead of taking control over the exercise, we're just like, we don't care, we just do the reps. And we don't feel the contact, first of all, the hamstrings and the stretch that you can actually get from this exercise. We're not like, we don't give about that, we just do the reps. That's not how we want to do it. We want to do the exercise right, and we want to do it so we burn out those hamstrings completely. You can see that my back is a little bit bent over and I'm like completely stiff. Knees are locked out. It's like not a good performance. So first step to make this exercise right is to stand a little wider with your feet. You can have your toes pointed out a little bit if that helps you. Then we want to go over to number 2, and that is to slightly bend your knees. Don't lock out the knees. Control the exercise and make the hamstrings work. We want to isolate the hamstrings, so slightly bended knees. And then for number 3 is to control your back as well. We don't want to have a back that is bent over. We want to have it straight spine, and control your body. Picking up the weights and doing steady and slowly movements to find those hamstrings and to find the contact. And if you like to have more contact in your bum, then squeeze the hell out of the exercise and squeeze in the top of the exercise, and you will find the contact in your glutes as well. Exercise number 6 and the final one. This is the back extension hamstring focus exercise. We're gonna call it that because we're using the back extension machine. Back extension machine can be used for so much actually. When you do the hyper extension for your glutes and like the glute focus, and then all the like when you are training lower back, this is a really common one to use. But in our case today, we're gonna work with the hamstrings and we're gonna isolate the hamstring. So how do we do that? The first and like the most common mistake when doing this exercise wrong is to bend your back too much. Also to do the exercise too fast. And also actually one more thing, and that is to have the back extension, like the back extension machine, too far up. So you want to have it just straight under your hip line. When doing the exercise wrong, you can see that in the top I am overstretching my back. I don't have to do the exercise like that. It's not gonna help me, even if you're doing for your lower back, or if you do it for your glutes, or if you do it in this case for your hamstrings. You don't have to do that to your back. So what we want to do is to take control over the exercise. And one thing that's actually helping me a lot is to, if you observe how I am placing my feet, I am having my heels a little bit more narrow to each other, and then I am pointing out my toes. This really helps me when trying to find the right contact in my hamstrings. Then I am picking up the weights. I'm going in a slowly movement down, and then up, and I'm stopping when my spine is straight, like when my whole body is straight. You can see it. I am going down, and then I am going up again. That is gonna help you with the really good, like the contact in the hamstrings and finding the right technique. I really hope that you like this video, and I'm hoping that these tips can help you in the gym when trying to build the perfect hamstrings. Yay! So if you want me to do more of these common mistakes in the gym, comment below what you would like to see. And I trust you that you are turning on the notification bell so you never miss a video or a workout with me. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are over 300k. Oh my god, that's amazing. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for watching today. Have an awesome day. Till we see each other next time. Bye. But I thought that